Ogromen are one of the more intimidating enemies that you'll be facing in the game Resident Evil 6. Encountered by Chris Redfield, Jake Muller, Sherry Birkin, and Piers Nivans in Edonia, these oversized B.O.W.s are released by the Edonian Liberation Army in an attempt to impede the rapid advancement of the B.S.A.A. into the region. Though these creatures were largely untested and still needed to be worked on before they would be the powerhouses that they could be, the ELA didn't have the time to see all the design kinks ironed out before they had to be called into the field. Like most enemies in Resident Evil 6, the Ogromen are the result of experimentation with the C virus. This research yielded a creature that was one of the largest stable B.O.W.s in existence, with estimates placing the creature around 30 feet tall or more. Ogromen are extremely powerful, violent, and destructive, able to punch through solid concrete walls with little effort, and even hurl vehicles at their enemies with ease. Their skin is also quite tough, with gunfire barely being able to penetrate the beast's impressive hide. However, these strengths are equally met, or perhaps even surpassed, by the creature's Achilles heel. Ogromen are unfortunately largely unfinished, their design imperfect. These creatures have a glaring issue that can be exploited by their enemies, making these creatures much less useful in combat. This flaw, of course, being the creature's life support system that can clearly be seen on the backs of the Ogromen. It's precisely because of this glaring weakness that the Edonian Liberation Army were warned by Carla Radomez not to use these B.O.W.s until their weak point had been remedied. Unfortunately for the ELA, however, the B.S.A.A's assault happened before a solution could be reached. And as the B.S.A.A. approached the ELA's City Hall, they had no choice but to unleash their imperfect trump cards, hoping that at the very least, these creatures would take a few B.S.A.A. agents down with them. This is essentially everything that we know about these brutal killing machines and their creation. Born from experimentation with the C virus to help the Edonian Liberation Army in their war, these B.O.W.s were unfortunately unfinished pawns, their usefulness to the cause negated by the glaring issues that they suffered from. However, their strength and imposing presence on the battlefield still makes them more than a worthy adversary. And even with their issues, they can still spell the demise of anyone unfortunate enough to get in their way.